In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to mix Cascamite powdered resin wood glue. Now, in the instructions, they will tell you to put the water in first and then the powder. Now, I've found in the past, if you do it that way round, you're more likely to end up with a lumpy mess. I do it differently. I create my paste first. So allow me to show you, okay? Now, before I do that though, I must point out one thing that you must be very, very aware of. This is really important. Before you buy your Cascamite, okay, be very aware of where you're buying it from and of this little logo at the bottom here. Now, both of these are by Eureka Glues. This is the new packaging, which says Eureka Glues at the bottom. This is the older packaging that says Eureka Glues at the bottom. It's not that old, to be fair. It's only just changed recently. And this is yellow on black, and this one is white on top of the kind of the mustard yellow colour. All right, both of them are fine. All right, but if that says Polyvine and it's like a blue-coloured, sort of greeny blue-coloured logo, avoid it like the plague. You don't want it. Okay, it's one thing that's likely to be too old because Eureka Glues have had the Cascamite, for a little while now. Also, during the pandemic, Polyvine changed the formula because they said when I asked them that they couldn't get hold of everything they needed, shortages and stuff, and they absolutely ruined it. I mean, they actually wrecked it. Luckily, Eureka Glues have got hold of it and they've changed it back to how it used to be. I find it's absolutely fine now. It's good now. All right, so how do I mix it? Well, first things first, safety specs, and one of these, all right? Because it's urea formaldehyde, UF, powdered resin wood glue. And it is a known carcinogen. So you need to bear that in mind. Lots of things are known carcinogens, just so you know, like Douglas fir is on the list of known carcinogens, which is just a wood. So bear that in mind. So we can shoot things down in flames, and quite frankly, we're surrounded by carcinogens. We really are. So just take some precautions, all right? So get yourself a little mask, all right? Check your mask on. Yes, I have still got a little bit of hair left. At least I haven't got a donut head. So, or comb over. Just shave the bugger off when it gets that short, that long. So when you start getting receding, mask is on. Beards are a nuisance, okay? Just let you know that. They are a nuisance. I hope you can still hear me with this muffled mask on. I'm not going to keep it on all the while. I'm going to do it on the first stage, because once you've added your water, there's no need. So this little pot here, this pot I use from my bigger pot over there, and I just decanter it into the smaller pot for me to use. That way, if I contaminate this, I'm not contaminating my main source of glue. No, because that just ruined it, wouldn't it? So, I've got a wooden lollipop type stick. It's literally just a piece of wood that I cut on saw. This one's been used a few times. So whenever I get to the stage, okay, it's got a bit lumpy on there, I just run it over the sander. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put a few scoops of this powder into my pot, like so. This is one of the reasons I can't actually wear masks and with goggles. They're steamed up already, It's nuts. Right, so we'll put it on there like so, about 4 little scoops, 4 or 5 scoops like that. Don't mix too much at a time, mix what you think you can use. Now, depending on the weather, will depend on how quickly it's going to go off. It gives you a fair bit of working time. It's not like PU glue, polyurethane glue, which goes off quite quickly and it starts expanding everywhere quite quickly. Now this stuff gives you a bit of working time, which is really good. So I just squirted a little bit of water in, and not all the water that I need, just a little splash on the top, and then I'll start mixing that in. Now once that gets to a bit of a semi-paste, in other words, there won't be no dust in the air, I won't be kicking any more dust up, I can take my mask off. So once I've stirred that enough, so it starts absorbing the water, and I've no longer got powder, I've got a bit of a thick paste, a bit like bread dough. Yeah, a bit like bread dough. So just do that until you got all the powder absorbed into the water, or the water absorbed into the powder. Right, so now we've got this thick goo, all right? that's the stage you want to be at, okay? Then you can actually take the mask off, because then you'll be able to see if you're wearing safety specs, which you should be, all right, or goggles, whatever you're wearing, all right? These are my corrected ones there. Hopefully they'll clear in a minute. So what you can do at this stage, now it's come to like this paste, if you keep mixing, it will actually become more liquid, right? So you'll do a little bit of that first, just get it all mixed first, because what you could end up doing is end up putting too much water in, which you don't want to do. No. So I'm just going to literally just mix. Now that is probably as far as it's going to go at that stage. That is too thick for what I want to use it for, that hydraulics. I'm going to be using it with my Festool domino dowels, and what I'll do, I'll just hydraulic everywhere, and it'll be hard to squeeze everything up. So a little bit more liquid, not a lot, and let's stir that into there. And then I'll just keep on mixing until it's at the stage I want it to be. The thing is, the trick is, I suppose, is little bit at a time, and then mix. If you need more water, once you've done your mixing, add a little bit more water. I'm getting a bit better now. Still a little bit on the old thick side, little tiny splash. But one thing I want to point out to you, can you see that on there? It has a bit of a glaze. That is good. That's what you want it to look like. It's got a bit of a glaze. All right, shiny. So a little bit more water for what I want to use it for. My joints are quite tight. So if your joints are obviously a bit loose, well then obviously you want your glue to be a bit thicker. That's the beauty about using Cascamite, you see. You can actually use it a little bit thicker than you would do normally if your joints are a little bit on the loose side. So you can mix it accordingly. But bear in mind, it will hydraulic. What I mean is it'll be like a piston trying to squeeze glue as you try and push a joint together, such as a mortise and tenon joint. It dropped it then. So I'm going to keep on mixing. And you just want it we're pretty much there, I think. That's what you want. You want it to be able to fall like that, but not go drip. No, that is about right. Okay, I haven't added too much water. It's about the right amount for most jobs, for joint work and what have you. If I was laminating, I'd probably have it a little bit thinner than that. Not by a lot, okay? But for this job, where I'll be using dominoes and the Festool domino dower, that is absolutely spot on. That is ideal. Okay? So that's how you mix your Cascamite powdered resin wood glue. Remember to wear a mask when it's in the powder state. Once I get to this state, you don't need a mask, but you must wear specs because you can splash it into your eyes still, you see. Obviously, And I tend to wear these safety specs all the while when I'm in the workshop because they're corrected, you see. They fit me and they work on my dodgy eyes. All right. Well, they're not that bad, but when you get older, your eyes do start failing a little bit, don't they? Your lenses become a little bit tougher, and so your focal range becomes a little bit less. So there you go. All right, that's how you mix Cascamite powdered resin wood glue. Remember, I'll point this out again. Make sure you buy the one that says Eureka glues. All right, not Polyvine. Really, really important. In fact, I've got about half a 25 kilo sack left over there, which is Polyvine, and I can't use it because it's no good. No good at all. And then because of age, it's because that's how they mixed it. They ruined it. But now, since Eureka Glues, the name that stick has got hold of it, is spot on though. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased with it. It works a treat. Anyway, do you use Cascamite powdered resin wood glue? If you don't, you need to start. What glue do you use? Please leave in the comments down below. Toodaloo.